Hello, my name is Tanisha. I'm a student in Social Work 2000, and we had an assignment to interview a social work and create a video, and then upload it to YouTube. The person that I chose to interview was Brianna Hollingsworth. In this video, I will be using my notes to make sure I quote her directly. The first question I asked her was, why did you choose social work? She stated, I chose social work because I have a passion for helping people. She went on to tell me that her passion came when she was younger from helping her mom with her younger siblings, with her being the oldest. She said she noticed in her community the struggle for single parents with multiple children and not having proper help. And it led her to her career path. She always knew that she wanted to help people who was less fortunate. The next question I asked her was, where did she get her degree from and how was her academic experience? She obtained her bachelor's degree from Northwestern State University, our school, and she's currently pursuing her master's degree at LSU. She stated, my experience was awesome. I enjoyed my professors because they actually were social workers and had firsthand experience. You know, it's hard to teach somebody something that you've never done before. But here at Northwestern, she said that the social work teachers are actually social workers, so it make what they tell us more valuable because they honestly know. The next question I asked her was, what jobs have you had as a social worker? What was your least and most favorite? Well, she's a newly graduate social worker. So this is her first job and her only job as a social worker. She is a social service director at Winfield Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. And she said this experience has been challenging but yet fulfilling. The next question I asked her was, what do you currently do as a social worker? And this question, it took her a few seconds before she gave me an answer. And she said, honestly, I can't give you a direct answer because my job description is so broad here at the nursing home. She said, I'm the voice from the biggest issue to the smallest issue. She said she handled things such as making sure their physical needs are met, their emotional needs, their personal needs, and their health needs, such as making dentist appointments, eye doctor's appointments to make sure, they can see properly. They, teeth and gums are properly cared for. The next question I asked her was, what is social work to you? And she stated that social work to me is helping protecting the weak when they can't speak for themselves. And she said she always thought that, but until she held this job, she never knew how important it was to help people when they can't speak for themselves. Dealing with the elderly population, she explained, when your parents and grandparents get to a point, see, their minds go, their understanding is not as strong as it once. They need someone there who honestly wants to help them and make sure their needs are really met. The next question I asked her was, what's the difference between a skilled and unskilled social worker? And she stated, a skilled social worker has patience and goes above and beyond their job. She said, you social work is a very fulfilling job, although it's not the highest paying job. When you a skilled social worker, you don't count your pennies. And she stated, an unskilled social worker is someone who would rather just get their paycheck and do what they have to do and go home. The next question I asked her was, do you believe in good and bad social workers? And she said she do believe that there are good and bad social workers. Not everyone is meant to be a social worker. She said everyone doesn't have a passion for helping others. And to be a social worker, you have to be a very passionate person. The next question I asked her was, if you were trying to convince me to become a social worker or a student in general, what would you let them know? She said, if I had to convince someone to become a social worker, I would tell them to be passionate, humble, and treat people how they would want to be treated. She said, I would tell them to put God first and just always remember to give the people that you're helping your very best. The last question that I asked her was, how do you practice self-care? And she said, self-care is so important in this field. She said she practiced self-care by first and foremost praying. She said social work is a very emotional and demanding job, and it could be very overwhelming. So it's important to have that me time. And she said it's also helpful to step back from the job and regroup, such as taking a trip, a vacation, anything that can clear your mind. She said she ended the interview with telling me that this was a very rewarding and fulfilling career to choose, especially if you have a passion for helping people. And she told me to always remember, even on your worst day, that you are there to help someone who can't help themselves. Thank you.